I started EndMyopia 1 year ago, so I thought I'd look back over this year and see how my eyes have progressed. Hi, I'm Gemily, an EndMyopia student using Jake Steiner's EndMyopia method to get back to 20/20 vision and life without glasses, despite all evidence to the contrary. Yes, without glasses. It's all based on science, not magic, and if you'd like more information, I'll pop some links in the description down below. So I started my EndMyopia journey in September 2019 and it is now September 2020, so I've been doing this now for 1 year, and I thought I'd show you my progress. Some people measure years in months, weeks, semesters, terms, but apparently as an EndMyopia student you measure your years in glasses. So this is what 1 year of glasses with EndMyopia looks like. These were the pair of glasses that I was wearing when I first found EndMyopia. I originally got them in 2017. They were -2.5 and -3 correction. When I put them on now, everything feels really overcorrected. I feel like the mountains across the river are really close because I can see everything with so much detail. It must be really near me, but it's not. And my eyes are less equalized than they are now, so I feel also a bit lopsided. A bit out of balance, but oh my gosh, the overcorrection is intense. I feel like the things that are far away are like right in my face. These were my first pair of differentials. I didn't end up wearing them for very long because I found the very thick arms were incredibly uncomfortable on my ears. So these ones, my first differentials, are 1.5 diopters below my original starting correction. But I didn't quite get the rules at the very beginning, and I actually started with my N1s on the 10th of September and I didn't get my D1s, my first differentials, until the 16th of September, so a week later. So I ordered my first normalized and then realized, oops, did that wrong. So it wasn't a big gap, but it was the wrong way around. So these are my first pair of normalized, 1/4 of a diopter for each eye lower than my full original correction. And these still feel really overprescribed. Only 4 weeks after my first pair of differentials, I changed into my second pair of differentials because they were giving me quite some ear pain above my ears, and also they didn't seem actually to be quite the right correction. They were a bit too strong. And then a month after that, I changed into my second pair of normalized, which currently are missing a lens because I have been using them for patching and I can't find where I put the lens. When I got to my N3s, I did an equalizing step. I had made 2 spherical binocular reductions, so when I got to the N3s, I decided to make a monocular reduction. And because I was making a monocular reduction for my normalized, I also had to get differentials to match, so I changed into these at the same time. These ones feel incredibly comfortable because they are actually what I am measuring at on a bad day. So putting these on feels incredibly relaxing. There is no blur challenge. They're probably on the edge of overcorrection. I don't think they would be a good choice for me for trying to reverse my myopia, but if I were just trying to find a really nice comfortable pair of glasses to wear in all sorts of light, these would probably still be a really good choice. In fact, these are the glasses that I keep in my car at the moment for night driving. And the differentials to go with them. These are the first and only pair of glasses that I've bought with the blue light screen filtery coating. I didn't really like it because you get used to this blue filtered situation where everything's a bit yellow and you take them off and everything looks quite purple. It's off-putting. I don't enjoy it and I don't feel like it did that much to help. So I didn't bother spending that extra money on any of the other pairs. After that, it was down to my N4s, which I was in for quite a long while. I only changed out of them properly last week. like the N3s, these feel incredibly comfortable, incredibly relaxing. There's not really any challenge. They'd probably be a very appropriate pair of glasses for a full correction. In fact, the -1.75 and -2 is what my eyes measure on a good day. So these two pairs of glasses are the corrections that my eyes are actually switching between. This pair of differentials were the first pair of glasses where I dared to drop my cylinder correction. I only had 0.25 correction of astigmatism anyway, make that -0.25 correction. So it wasn't a very big drop, but Jake says to use your differentials as a bit of a training ground for moving to your normalized. So I dropped my cylinder in my differentials first. So my next step was moving to my N5s. Now my N5s are the ones that have given me a lot of trouble for my left eye. So they're an equalizing step, so both eyes are finally equal in this correction, but my left eye didn't really enjoy them. So what that meant was that I actually had to keep going back. Every time I moved to my N5s, I thought, no, it's not right. I can't wear these. They're not appropriate for my eyes. So I keep going back to N4s, and then they'd be too easy, and then I'd go to my N5s and they'd be too hard and go back to my N4s. So these are the two pairs that caused all that grief. Because my N5s were an equalizing step, I moved to equal spherical in both eyes. I needed a pair of differentials to match, to do the same thing. So that is where my D5s came in. They are an equalized pair of differentials, which look exactly the same, as you can see, as my D4s. Yeah, that did cause some confusion, but I really liked my D4s. Of course, as I was going backwards and forwards between these two pairs of glasses, trying to settle on which one was right for me, I was going backwards and forwards between these two pairs of differentials, so my differentials always lined up in ratio between the eyes with my normalized. Yep, that was confusing to keep track of. And on top of that, these glasses with their clear frames and light pink arms really blend in with my couch. So I lost them a lot. In last week's video, I reported how I just couldn't get comfortable in my N5s. I had to keep changing back to my N4s, even though they didn't give me a challenge. So I ended up just forgetting about the N5s and moving on to my N6s. So these are the first clear frames I've ever had for normalized. I was very nervous, but I've actually come to quite enjoy them. And so that's where I'm up to at the moment. That's the progression that I've made. So I'm currently at an equalized correction of -1.75 in both eyes with no cylinder correction at all. These are my first pair of normalized with no cylinder correction. And it's a challenge. I can tell that it's missing, but I think it's the right challenge. Because these D6s are equalized and have no cylinder correction, they can also then double up as my N11s in the future. And you'll see this pair of glasses at the end here. These are my N7s, ready and waiting. They are actually the exact same frame as these two pairs of differentials, but not clear. I would have got a clear pair, but they had sold out. This is awaiting me in my future. I don't expect to be wearing these anytime before December. One more thing that I do want to draw your attention to is my very old pair of glasses. These were not my first ever pair of myopia glasses. I think I've had 4 pairs of myopia glasses before finding EndMyopia. So 4, 3, 2, 1. In those early prescriptions, I have no idea what they were. But these are the 2 corrections that I managed to phone up and find out what they were from the optometrists when I first found EndMyopia. So these pair, and overcorrected. Amazing, because they're actually not that much higher than what I'm wearing now. So I got these pair of glasses in 2014. They are -1.75 in my right eye and -2 in my left eye, which lines up with my N4s, which I changed from just, last week properly. As I mentioned, I have been switching between the N4s and the N5s on and off over the past few months. But more or less, I went from my N4s to my N6s. So this correction matches very closely with the correction I was wearing last week. Except here I have -0.5 cylinder correction for my astigmatism. And last week I had 0.25, and this week I have none. So this week, to be equalized and have no cylinder correction, I'm wearing glasses that are definitely better than my 2014 correction. As I said, my eyes aren't quite there. I'm wearing glasses that give me a challenge. But do you know what? Putting these on, I feel overcorrected. So I guess that extra bit of cylinder correction is just a bit too much. Amazing. Winding back the clock by 6 years of myopia correction in the course of 1 year. I'm so excited. I think that pretty much concludes my summary of the year. My 1 year of EndMyopia in review. If you're doing EndMyopia too, let me know how many pairs of glasses you've got through. I mean, between us, we must have oh so many pairs of glasses. And please remember to like, comment and subscribe. It really helps me out. I'm very close to 1,000 subscribers now and I am so keen to get there. I know the numbers don't matter. EndMyopia has taught me that, but still, it's an exciting little milestone. And do remember to hit that bell button to get notified every time I post, which is on Thursdays. So I will see you next week. I should not wear black. I should wear light black. I don't think it's the right choice. I need a different colour jacket. Indeed.
On the table. And I said because it's a glasses shop, did I just ruin everything?
I'll start again.
I'm really sorry about
It's
that.
okay. I'm documenting 1 year of progress in EndMyopia.
Glasses store, that's what I think.
Yes, it does look like a glasses store.
We shall leave you alone.
Okay. A monocular reduction, which was a yeah. And just in last week's video, get in there. Get in there. Shush. Okay. Oh wow! To think. As I've mentioned, I've been switching 2 more ironing boards. Yes, I admit it, it's an ironing board. Alright, I think I filmed. Cool.